Many of us are feeling very overwhelmed these days. There are so many restrictions being placed on us because of the coronavirus. Necessary restrictions to keep us safe. Nevertheless, we've had to make some drastic changes to our life in a very short amount of time. We've gone from being able to travel, to go outside to work, have our children in school, move around freely, entertain, socialize, all to now being within our home and staying only within our homes. Now that's a lot of change. So these are unprecedented, uncertain, and unpredictable times. And with that comes a lot of anxiety, worry, concern, even sadness. And so I want you to make some space for such difficult feelings that are going to come up. And it usually takes the human mind about 40 days, 6 weeks, for it to adjust to a new normal. So you are going to have some of these feelings come up. However, there are some things you can do starting today that is going to establish a sense of control back in your life. And I'd like to share those things with you. 1, establish a routine as soon as possible. The more rhythm and routine you have to your day, the more predictability you have to your day, the more emotionally and mentally contained you are going to feel. Make sure that your routine addresses all of your priorities, your physical health, your mental health, spiritual health, and your social health. So really make sure that you get that down as soon as possible. Focus on the things you can control. There are so many things that are not in our control right now, but it does not help to complain about them or to talk about them. Instead, use your energy in doing things that you actually do have control over. And one of the things that I recommend to people that are feeling quite worried and anxious is to exercise. Get a good sense of control over your physical body, and you will feel more in control in your mental body as well. And so exercise is action. Action counteracts fear, and you feel more in control. So even if it's 20 minutes a day, make sure you build that into your routine, have a set time for it, and do it every day. And I promise you that you're going to feel a lot more in control. Focus on your language that you are using to describe the experience. Instead of using words like social isolation or social distancing, I want you to just call it what it is, because we're not socially isolated. These terms are very outdated and from a very long time ago. And so we are more connected to the world, to our loved ones, to work, to school than we have ever been. So just call it what it is. I'm staying indoors, I'm staying safe, I'm staying out away from crowded places, I'm keeping a distance between the person next to me when I go out in public. And also positively phrase your experience. So for example, instead of saying, I'm so scared of getting the coronavirus, you can say, I'm really going to focus on building my immunity. I'm really going to focus on getting physically healthy at this time. Make your home a sanctuary. You want to enjoy being in this place. I know a lot of us are just saying, well, this is only temporary and I just got to make do, but that's just not a good way to go through this experience. You're being asked to stay within your home, stay within your room, whatever that is, whatever that space is. It doesn't have to be a big space, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money for you to feel like the space is soothing. Make sure that you are doing things that actually engage all your 5 senses in a soothing way. Have fabrics that feel comforting to touch. Have candles or a diffuser that is burning essential oils like lavender or patchouli. Make sure that the space is not cluttered. You want to empty out some of your closets and use this time for spring cleaning, because if it's cluttered on the outside, you are going to feel chaos on the inside. So make sure that the space is tidy and a place that you really enjoy being in. Limit the news that you are consuming, and don't start your day with it and don't end your day with it. I would say probably watch it around 10 or 11 a.m. and then look at a news channel that is local, and then look at the World Health Organization for any updates. There is nothing more that you need to know to keep yourself safe. Everything you needed to know by this time you have already known. So there's a lot of panic behaviors that we're engaging in. Some people are going out and buying toilet paper. Other people are consuming news. And this sense of panic and maybe if I know more, I'll be more prepared is actually a fallacy. And the more you feed that anxiety, the bigger it's going to get. We actually call it don't feed the beast. And so don't feed the beast, limit the news, and use your time to actually do something that feeds your mind and your body and your soul. Stay very, very close to the moment. the closer you are to the moment, the more in control you're going to feel. Instead of saying, how am I going to get through the next few weeks? But take it day by day and hour by hour if you need to. What's the smallest step I need to take today to get through this hour, to get through this day? And you're going to feel more in control and more contained. And then lastly, I would recommend that really just be compassionate with yourself, be compassionate with each other, be kind to each other, smile at each other. No one has ever been here before. We have never experienced something like this in our life, and we probably never will in our lifetime. And so there's no rule book, no playbook. We're all just trying to do the best we can. So just be kind with yourself and just do the best you can today. And then when you know better or when you're able to do better, do better. So I hope these are helpful, and I hope that you stay well and safe.